Hey you guys, welcome back to Angel and Angela. And on this topic, I want to talk a little bit about the narcissist manic episodes in society. So this is important because you're going to be experiencing this on an everyday basis. And it doesn't matter if you go to work. It doesn't matter if you're out running errands, going to the grocery store. It doesn't matter if you're someone who keeps to themselves, who doesn't bother anyone. These children in adult bodies, and some of them, even children, even narcissistic kids, teenagers, will literally have manic episodes. These people, you got to understand, they're demented, they're demonic. You should, they mess with people for no reason. They feel superior to you, or they might just be jealous of you. You might have something that they don't have. You might possess something that they don't have. They might just have this. They might feel entitled because they grew up entitled. They might be angry because they went through things in life. You don't know where it stems from, and it really doesn't even matter whether they were overly spoiled or they didn't have a lot of stuff, because at the end of the day, a lot of us empaths go through actually way more shit than a lot of these narcissists do. And we don't behave this way. We learn, we grow, we learn to humble ourselves, we learn to appreciate everything. We learn that God is what we need in order to even get through a lot of this stuff. We need the voice of God, because if we don't have the voice of God, these people will get you in trouble. These people will take energy from you. These people will get you fired. These people will put you in a lot of trouble. And when these people are having manic episodes, they're like children, like I said, in adult bodies, and some are even children themselves. And I'm saying this because I came across some teenagers, and I handled the situation, like as an adult should, right? Because they're children. But I was thinking to myself, and I said, they were on really thin ice with me. And I said to myself, these children are narcissists. These teenagers are narcissists. They're being annoying. They don't respect adults. They think they're smarter than adults. They think you don't see through their shit, right? And not only that, they will put you in a situation where you feel like you got to defend yourself, or you want to say something or speak up, but they're not your children. So it's like you're dealing with adults and children who are narcissistic in society. And when you're working with children, it's hard because they will cross certain levels, just like you see children hitting their teachers or being smart asses with their teachers. So if you're someone who works with kids, they do things that you just are unimaginable. Like back in my day, you wouldn't do certain things to an adult, right? But these kids are so entitled, narcissistic, that they will get you in trouble if you say something to them or do something, because they're children and they already have it in their mind, I'm a child, so you can't do anything to me. And these aren't your fucking kids, excuse my language, but these aren't your fucking kids. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get in trouble over someone else's children, or you don't want someone's parents coming to you as if you did something to their children, and they're narcissists too. So there's no point on even trying to come to an understanding, because they're enabling their children to behave this way because their children got it from somewhere, right? So when you're dealing with narcissists having manic episodes, a manic episode is just them saying stuff to people for no reason. Sometimes It might even be an elderly person. If you notice, when you've dealt with a lot of narcissists long enough, you will start to see that the narcissists never change. They've been like this since they were young. You've seen that they are like this in their adulthood, and you will see that they're like this when they become elderly, right? So when they become elderly, they will have these manic episodes as well. But because they know they're too damn old, they're crippled, they're walking on a walker, they know that you are in power only because you're healthier than them. So they'll say things to you hoping, in a way where you almost can't say anything back to them. So to them, it's like, oh, your house is really dark. It's gloomy and depressing in here. Oh, that's an interesting looking skirt. Oh, here's some money. Maybe you can buy yourself a new dress. So they get older, and when they have manic episodes, they do it in a different way where it's almost like it goes under the radar, because they know, they almost feel like, if I say something to you, I'm old, so you really can't say nothing back to me because it'll be elderly abuse. It's like you're trying to, if you say anything to me after I disrespect you, if you get upset and say something to me, it's going to show your immaturity. And I'm an old lady, I'm an old man, so it's gonna make you look bad. So these people never stop playing these fucking games that they play. So these people are crazy, they're demented. It's not normal to go around messing with people. It's not normal to be envious and jealous of people. It's not normal to mess with people that are not messing with you, to hate on people, to do things, to be spiteful, to say things out loud about people, to talk about someone because they might be handicapped, right? You just start blurting stuff out. You just start walking up to people like they're not even real people. You're going up to people being judgmental and judging them, or feeling like you're better than them or you have more than them, and you don't even really know that person. You don't know that person's life. You just have your narcissists assume things about you. Oh, this is a cute, oh, I like your car. This is a cute car. How much it costs? I bet it didn't cost anything. I have a better car. I have this. I have that. Oh, this is a cute little tablet. Oh, all my products are Apple. Right? They just start blurting things out because they're having manic episodes. They need to do something to relieve themselves, to feel good about themselves. And what happens? Other narcissists just like them who are going through the same thing. They're also manic. They're also crazy, demented, demonic. They're demonic. That's not normal. I don't go around messing with people just to mess with them. And I don't go out into the world and I'm envious of someone, so I got to mess with them, or I look down on somebody, or I see someone's not as strong as me, so I got to go mess with them. I don't go out my way to bring people down. So that's what you're dealing with, a demonic person, being, child. And I also, believe that a lot of this has to do with their bloodline. You can have a parent who's narcissistic and a parent who's an empath, and they can have both, came from the same household, went through certain experiences that are identical. And you will see that the golden child, right? I've seen it where I've seen it. That's why I'm speaking on it. I've been flabbergasted with, how these narcissist, adult children, how they interact with their children, right? Young girls, and, young girls speaking about, oh, I was twerking. Did you see that older man looking at us? He's a pervert. He was with his wife too. He was looking at us, that narcissistic Jezebel spirit at a very young age. And you'll see that a lot of these Jezebels, they've been acting like this for a long time. And then they exploit good guys but they're running off with the narcissist. They're playing game with narcissistic people and they're exploiting other people. So you're sitting here, oh, I'm twerking, I'm doing all this, right? And the mother is just laughing. The mother is laughing. So that lets me know you're a narcissist and you're raising your children to be narcissists. You know, you don't see anything wrong with that. And then the mother's telling me, oh, she's just playing. She has a boyfriend. And I'm thinking to myself, what respect do you have for your boyfriend? Oh, and the mother's telling me, oh, she has a boyfriend. He's a very good guy. So you're disrespecting married women and you're a little girl and you're purposely, trying to seduce older men while being with a younger kid your age, being too grown for your age. And then when you get older and things are switched around and things are done to you, you're going to be crying and playing the victim. And I fell under the hands of a narcissist. But look at you. You think that these narcissists, Jezebel spirits, they think that the things that they do right now when they're young, it's not going to affect them when they get older. But guess what? A lot of these narcissists, they started off this way and they never changed. They're adults, but children in their mind. And you run across these people having manic episodes who are adults who act like children. They're throwing tantrums. They're behaving in a way where it's like, how old are you? Sometimes these people are older than you and you're wondering why they're so immature. It's because of people like this. It's because of how they raise their children. They come from a generation of narcissistic people. There's someone in there who's enabling this behavior. They're not just enabling, but they're flying monkeys, right? So that clearly is showing me you don't have respect for yourself. You don't have respect for your relationship. And when you get disrespected later on, you're going to be the victim. And that's the thing about narcissists. They're always the victim. They're doing stuff to other people, but somehow they're always a victim and they can never see that maybe sometimes their karma comes from a result of their own actions. When you're dealing with these people, you have to understand that this person is in a manic state of mind. They're acting wild, deranged. They have too much energy sometimes. They're acting mad, insane, demonic, right? Unbalanced, unhinged, in so many words, right? They're acting manic. And they go out into the world, out into society, to jobs, to work, anywhere. You'll see these people all over the place, right? And when they're having a manic episode, they're not in a good mood. See, the narcissist can fake it with you. They can pretend to be a good person. They can show you that they have the ability to be a good person, but they're not crazy. They know exactly what they're doing. They know, hey, this is how I'm supposed to behave. But I can't behave like this all the time. And this is why a lot of times you get the bad end of the stick because you don't understand that you're dealing with a crazy person. Yes, a lot of you are dealing with crazy people. You're dealing with people who are not right in their head. And you think that they're right in their head because they know right from wrong. But they always really want, a lot of times when you see them doing the right thing, they really want to do the opposite of what they're doing. And when they're doing the right thing, they almost want like a cookie for it, So you're going to experience that narcissists have a lot of manic episodes in public. And when you've dealt with a narcissist in your personal life, you're going to see that there's times where they're calm, they're cool, and then there's other times where they're talking to strangers, they're blowing the horn, they're in road rage, they're not calm at all. And you're almost wondering what's up with this person. What's going on in their mind? What is happening to them to behave this way? Because we all have problems. We all have our bad days. I get it. But when they're in a manic state of mind, they can hurt somebody. They put themselves in situations where they can hurt someone, right? They can be driving crazy and not understand that the person driving in front of them is a granny. She might be driving a little slow, so you might have to slow down, or they might get irritated, and now they're driving in circles or flicking people off. They're calling people all kinds of names. That entitlement. You're dealing with a child. You're dealing with someone who's almost like a kid, and they're throwing a tantrum, and because they're an adult, they feel like, I don't have to follow the rules because I'm an adult. They feel superior to other people. You're dealing with someone who already feels superior to others, who believes they're much more intelligent than other people, who believe that people who do the right thing are stupid, right? But envious of those same people because they're not behaving like them. So when I started to notice this about the narcissist, their manic episodes, I realized, even with an old friend of mine, right? I had invited an old friend back in the day to my first place, my first apartment, right? And my neighbors were having a party, and he was kind of like by the balcony, and he was like, you should talk to them or something. And I'm like, I'm not talking to my neighbors. Like, don't say anything to them, right? And he started shouting out and saying something, or, oh, you guys got beer. He's talking, right? So I had told that friend, I'm like, you're not allowed at my place anymore. And I cut contact with them, and they didn't like me. They were like, what's wrong with you? They were acting almost like there's something wrong with me. So when a narcissist is having a manic episode, they don't necessarily have to be on demon time and evil, right? Although you will see that they will have manic episodes. And what's crazy about the manic episodes is that they want other people to see. So if they're yelling at you, they're calling you names, or they're devaluing you in public places, it's almost like they're looking around hoping other people can see. They're hoping someone will say something, or a lot of times they actually know that no one's going to say anything. They know that people don't want to get involved. So when you're dealing with a narcissist, what you're going to notice is that when they have manic episodes, they want other people to see what's happening. They want other people to hear them treating you bad. They want other people to hear it and not say anything. And then if someone says something, or if someone speaks up, because they're like, hey, this person is crazy. Whoever you're dealing with, they are crazy, right? What they're doing is not right. You'll notice that the narcissists, they're not crazy enough. Sometimes they're not even crazy enough to attack the person defending you. If anything, if someone defends you, you'll notice that the narcissist will actually get even more mad, and they will become demonic. So narcissists will have manic episodes in society, in the general public, and it happens all the time, and what's so messed up about this is that you got people that are paranoid, right? You got people at work who are used to narcissists having manic episodes, that they start to become a little crazy themselves. So I've noticed, in times where, maybe say I'm at a drive-thru and my order is wrong, and I'm like, hey, you guys got my order wrong, and the cashier or something will get really aggressive with me, and oh, well, it's not my fault. I repeated it to you twice. And it's like, no, I know what I ordered, lady. You can't sit here and tell me that that's not what I ordered, because I know what I said. And that other person will get crazy with you from 0 to 100. And you're wondering, what is wrong with this person? And a part of you is like, you know what? They're used to dealing with a lot of crazy people, but it still doesn't give you the right to disrespect me, and I haven't done anything to you. So guess what? Now that you've pissed me off because I'm just a customer, and you're not giving me the same respect that you would probably give someone else. You're making an assumption of me. You're putting me in a category. Now I'm pissed. And if I say something to you to correct you, you're going to try to gaslight me and make it seem like I'm crazy. So you got a lot of people who deal with manic narcissists who are going through manic episodes. And then these people, they start to, they've been played with and messed with so much in their minds that they have anxiety. They're paranoid. These people can't even see clearly anymore. They don't know the difference between a regular person, a narcissist. They don't know. They see any type of negativity on you, they're just going to think you're just as crazy as the narcissist. And sometimes you're not even being negative. Sometimes you're just trying to solve the problem. You're a problem solver. So you're a problem solver, so you're trying to solve the problem. But the person you're dealing with is so unhinged that you can't even solve a simple problem, because now you're being villainized and gaslit, and you almost are feeling like, you're dealing with a whole bunch of crazy people, right? So this is why it's very important to always remain calm. And even sometimes when you remain calm to solve the problem, the person that you might be dealing with might be a narcissist. And because now, you've spoken to them in a calm voice, and you're speaking to them with common sense, because in their mind, they feel superior to you. Even if they're wrong, they'll begin to have a manic episode, and now they're taking it out on you. Now they don't want to give you good service. Now they're projecting like you're the bad person. Because see, a lot of what you don't know too is that a lot of narcissists, when they're having manic episodes, will bump into other narcissists who are having manic episodes. So you're dealing with a environment full of crazy people out there. And this is why I'm making this video, because it's something that I deal with a lot. That, when narcissists are having manic episodes, and like I said, it's not just negative, right? It's not just them lashing out, them trying to embarrass you. When someone is having a manic episode, they can even, they can be very talkative, right? And it almost seems like they're lonely or something. And you kind of feel bad for them. Not knowing they're a narcissist, and they're having a manic episode, and that's why they're talking so much. And you're putting your guard down thinking that person is lonely or something. And that person is trying to get closer to you. You're dealing with a whole crazy person. They're trying to get close to you, become your friend, or, make you feel like they're a familiar spirit to exploit you, to use you, to get information out of you. And you're not understanding that just because someone is very talkative and they might even seem friendly does not make them a good person, and it doesn't make them dumb. Because sometimes you'll think, oh, this person's really talkative and they're all over the place, but they seem like a nice person. Sometimes they're having a manic episode. They're just trying to get supply, and you don't even know that. Sometimes, they haven't slept for a while. They've been up. They've been up. Some of them are on drugs. When they're having a manic episode, they're having racing thoughts. They're distracted. You know, they might be agitated, so they're trying to show that they're not agitated, but the more that they're trying to show that they're not agitated, it's being projected. They're trying to project positivity almost. They're like, oh, I don't feel good, but I'm going to project this positivity so that, and then they'll become talkative with strangers. And there's something wrong with this person. And not only do they become talkative, but they even become disrespectful. So just like I said, that friend of mine, he just started trying to talk to my neighbors. Now, when I was with the narcissist, and when I was with the narcissist in a relationship with them, one of my neighbors, my backyard neighbors, people that I don't even see, they're in my backyard neighbors. I don't talk to them. I don't even see them. I don't even pay attention. But the narcissist had said something like, oh, they're partying. You should get to know your neighbors. They always want to be in other people's business, especially if they're having a manic episode. And it's like they need energy. They need fuel from other people. It's the only thing that's going to make them feel good. It's almost kind of like when an empath is going through a lot of shit and you feel like you need someone to talk to that's going to understand the narcissist abuse that you went through, and you find comfort in knowing that you're not alone. Like, other people go through this, other people see these things that it almost seems like maybe the people around you don't see, and you feel that comfort. That's how desperate the narcissist seeks for attention and supply from others, but all at the same time feeling superior, which is really crazy, right? Like, you feel superior to people, but at the same time, when they're having a manic episode, it's almost like the strangest thing to witness, right? And the narcissist is like, oh, you should be friends with your neighbors. I'm like, they're my backyard neighbors. Like, I don't want nothing to do with my neighbors, but it gave me a flashback to that friend of mine. Remember, I told you I had a friend who did the same thing. So I said, that's crazy, right? So I was putting two and two. I'm like, that's crazy. And just you'll notice the difference, right? Because you're someone who you might be friendly, you might have positive energy as well, but you don't go out of your way, right? You're not going to go out of your way to get attention from people, right? If someone talks to you, you might talk to them to be, courteous or whatever. But the narcissist is like, they'll just start talking to you. They'll just go off. And what's crazy about it is that you will think that these people are friendly people, and they're not. That's the jacked up part about it. This is how they get you too. And when I saw that, like I said, when they're having a manic episode, it can either be they're angry and they're lashing out and they're turning up on people, or and sometimes, and I'm not saying because an empath can lash out too. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times the empath is only going to lash out because you're feeling the energy of other people, and you're feeling people cornering you. You're feeling attacked. You can see people's expressions. You can see the games that they're playing, and you feel like you need some, put some respect on me, right? Don't treat me the way you treat these narcissists, because you're thinking because I'm not agreeing with you, or I want things done a certain way. You're trying to put someone in a category, but you'll see that certain people, they will gaslight you. They're the ones that are, they're having a manic episode and they're putting it on you, and you're seeing the shit play out. So you're calling it out, and then they're gaslighting you. So The empath can do the same, but what you're going to see with the narcissist and their manic episodes is that it doesn't just have to be them lashing out and being angry. It can also come disguised as positive energy, someone who's really positive, a nice person who just has a lot of information, spirituality, whatever it is. Very friendly, charismatic. They'll come and offer to help you. They'll change your tire. They'll come off really nice. Oh, let me walk you to your car. Oh, let me open the door. And you don't even know this person's having a manic episode. They're so desperate for attention, So they're desperate for attention. And then on top of that, they have this arrogance, like, you need to give me the attention. Like, they're almost demanding it from you. I've had narcissists who are desperately trying to tap into my mind, tap into my energy. And I'll keep it, cordial, professional. And it's like they're having this manic episode, and it's like they're trying to force themselves on you. They're asking you all these questions. They're giving you sob stories. They're telling you, oh, my ex did this, my ex did that. Oh, I just got into a fight with my girlfriend right now. Oh, they're just going on and going on right away, talking to you like you know them, right? And there's a difference between someone who might be a little lonely and they're having a conversation, but with a narcissist, you could feel there's something wrong. You could also feel that they're lying. That's one thing. If you're not in tune, if you're not awakened to these type of people, then when you come across them, you'll just think that they're nice people, or maybe they're a little depressed or whatever it is. But if you're aware of what's going on and you're aware of these people, this person's not lonely. They're just saying that. Because they're constantly looking for supply. They're constantly looking for people. So there's no way you're lonely. There's no way you're saying that to me so that you don't look crazy. Just manic episodes, I've had experiences where narcissists just right away, as soon as they meet me, they're like, oh, you're my best friend. And I'm like, dude, I just met you. Like, I don't even know you. Like, I haven't shared anything. All I've been is cordial with you. You don't know if I'm married. You don't know if I have kids. You don't know if I'm in a relationship. You don't know nothing about me. But these people, when they're having manic episodes, they act like they know you. I've seen it. I've experienced it where, they get so comfortable. You're being cordial with them, just keeping everything business, and they're forcing themselves on you because they're having a manic episode. And next thing you know, they got their hand on your shoulder like you're pals, and you're looking at them. I've had moments where, narcissists are forcing themselves on me, and now the dude's putting his hand on my shoulder like I'm his pal, and I'm like, please don't touch me. Straight up, like, don't touch me. That's weird, because it's weird to me. But because I've been around narcissists, I know how they think. I know how they behave. I know how they cross people's boundaries, and they feel so entitled that they'll do it to you because in their mind, they're better than you. Even if you have more than them, even if you hustle more than them, it doesn't matter, because in their mind, there's this type of entitlement. They'll and when they're having a manic episode, they might even start flirting with you and actually believe that you like them when you don't even like them. They might, when they're having a manic episode, you could be cordial with these people and they'll think, oh, she likes me. Oh, she likes me. Or, they'll start flirting with you. They'll start giving you compliments and things like that. And if you let them know, hey, don't talk to me like that, to them it's like, oh, she doesn't really mean that. I'm going to say something else. If I say this to her, she's going to like me. If I say this to her, she's going to think twice about rejecting me again. They'll make up things and be so desperate for your energy that you'll think to yourself, well, maybe this guy does like me. No, they're just having a manic episode, because guess what? If you do feed into their desperation, you're going to see that they're going to shut you down after. They're going to say, oh, I don't even like girls like you. You're not even my type. I was just saying that. So the more you reject them, the more they chase you. But they're just having a manic episode because they hate rejection. That's one thing I learned about narcissists, when they're having a manic episode. And to them, it's like, I could be having a manic episode and be really nasty with you, but I'm not being nasty with you. I'm being nice with you. But you're acting crazy. You're doing things that's not normal. I don't even know you. You're talking to me like we've known each other forever and we do not know each other. And to them, it's like the rejection, it really messes them up. I've seen it happen too many times where I'm like, at this point, I'm being mean to this person because they're having manic episodes and they're crossing boundaries. I've gave them so many hints, and now I'm just going to be honest, and I'm just be straight up with you. And to them, it's like, oh, you don't mean it. I'm going to get you to smile. I'm going to get you to be nice. I'm going to get you to do this. And it's like, no, because I know everything that you're doing is going to be used to manipulate me some way, somehow. You don't really care about me. You're up to something. You want to steal something. You are up to something. You're having a manic episode because things aren't going the way you want them to go. You're having a manic episode because you were up to something and now you feel like you can't go through, or you're not comfortable doing what you were getting ready to do because you feel like you're finally in front of someone that can see through your shit. Right? So narcissists are like children, very annoying people. And it's crazy when you're with them, how much you tolerate, how many tears you shed being around them, how many times you're disgusted with them, with their behavior, with how they treat you or how they treat other people or how they act in society to the general public. And what's crazy is that a lot of these narcissists, when I come across the narcissist having a manic episode, they have this arrogance about them where they feel like no one is like them, and they don't even realize that there's so many of them just doing the same shit. It's so many of them doing the same crap. I went to this little, basically it's like a little lake, right? I had took my mother. I'm like, let me take my mom with me and have like mother-daughter time, just me and her. So we went, and it was quite a lot of people up there, but basically everyone, finds a spot by the little river and kind of everyone gives each other space, right? So, because everybody wants to go, there's no privacy. So everyone's it was kind of full to where, people are kind of close to you, but not too close. Everyone's at least giving each other a little gap so that you can be in your little area. And, I've shared with you guys, I'm biracial. So my mother does not look like me. So when I'm sitting with her, we're sitting in our chairs in the river, feet touching the water, and we're just talking. And here comes a narcissist with his wife and kids. And he's like, oh, and that day, right? That day that I went with my mom, I got us some scratchers. If you guys know what scratchers are, they're just like lottery tickets. And I don't buy them at all. I'm not one of those people that I don't gamble with my life. But I bought them that day because I'm like, oh, I'm going to spend time with my mom. I'm going to buy some scratchers just to distract her and I, playing the bingo game on there. And if we win, we win. If we don't, we don't. And I'm not thinking nothing of it. So we're doing the little bingo game. We're talking. Here comes a narcissist and his family. And he's like, oh, you buy scratchers, huh? You wasting your money buying scratchers. I'm telling you, we're at the lake. Everyone is minding their business. But he comes out of nowhere, like walking by and starts talking. And in my head, I'm thinking to myself, why is he talking to me? I'm with my mother. Like, why are you talking to me? Like, period. Like, I wouldn't go and talk to you and your family and your kids, right? So why are you talking? What made you feel comfortable to disrespect me? You don't even know this is my mother. You don't even know what's going on. You're so out of reality because you're having a manic episode in public. And this is why I say the manic episode doesn't necessarily have to be negative. It could be, they can come to you positive, and in their mind, they feel like, oh, I'm in a good mood. I'm about to drink me some beers. I'm with my wife and kids. We're going to have a good time. But there's this arrogance because they think they're like the center of attention, and you're looking at them like you're trash. Like, you're not attractive. Maybe you're attractive to your wife. Like, who are you? Like, you're nobody. But in their reality, they feel almost like this entitlement to other people's realities. They think they could just pop up in people's realities, and they assume things about you that a lot of times aren't true. And when they interact with you, they think you're like them. You know what I'm saying? They think that you're actually beneath them. They think you're so stupid. Right? They think you're dumb. So this is why they even interact with you, because they're coming at you as a smiling face, but you're dealing with the monster. You're dealing with the monster. And when these type of people come up to you and start talking to you, you have to think about it. Imagine what that wife goes through at home when he's on his when she's getting the other side of the stick, right? So, yeah, you could say, oh, well, maybe, you're over exaggerating. Maybe he was just being nice. No, he was having a whole manic episode. I already knew he was. He went to go sit a little bit across from us, gave us our space, right? And me and her, we just, continued talking or whatever. And then maybe like 30 minutes passed by, and I guess they decided to move, kind of like, oh, we're going to move away from you guys. I think that they felt uncomfortable, right? Because we kind of looked at them like, yeah, we're playing scratchers. Like, what's your deal? Like, who cares? He said, oh, you're wasting your money on scratchers? You, like, all retarded, And, I think after a while they felt stupid and they decided to move. But when they decided to move, they decided to walk by us again, right? They came back our way. But when they came back our way, they walked right in between me and my mother, like right in the middle. And I'm looking like, these people are crazy. Like, why are you walking? Like, go around. What are you doing? That's what I'm talking about, the manic episode. They just start doing shit. When they're having it, they remind, you know what a narcissist reminds me of? They remind me of one of those crazy people that are walking on the street talking to themselves. That's exactly what a narcissist reminds me of. Only, they're a little bit more conscious than those people, right? But that's what they remind me of. Like, they love to hear themselves talk. They love saying shit just to say shit. So he walks by with his family right in between us. I'm like, that's rude, right? But to them, they didn't want to go around because they felt like it would be the long way. But me personally, and this is another thing, when they're having manic episodes, don't even expect these people to have manners, because me personally, I would rather walk around the long way than doing something like that, than just going in between two people like that. It just shows that you're trying to disrespect that person, and you're going into someone's reality who's being peaceful, who's not even bothering you because you're having a manic episode. So I don't really give too much energy to narcissists. I'm just very aware. So when he walks on by, he goes, he said, "Did you win anything?" And then I looked at him and his wife, and I go, like, I didn't even respond because I didn't even want to talk to him. I didn't want to give him energy. So all that came out of my mouth was, And then the wife looks at him and she starts, like, they're walking by and she's laughing and she's like, "Did you hear her?" She goes, Like, she repeated what I said, how I said it, right? She said, And then, they went on about their business. But that goes to show these narcissists are like children. You came with your children. You're supposed to come here with your family. You're supposed to be a family man, come here with your family. And you're bothering people that aren't bothering you, right? But I know it's because you're having a manic episode. You're really a crazy person, but that's your way of being nice to someone that, to him, he was probably being nice. But in the back of his head, he doesn't really want to be nice. He's an evil person. He's wicked. He's evil. But because he can't disrespect you to your face, this is the thing. Sometimes these people, they really want to go crazy and just say shit to you. But because they know that you haven't done anything to them or you don't know them, they'll just say little smart comments to you. Or they'll talk to other people, their friends, family, whatever supply they have around them, they'll talk to them about you in front of your face, right? They'll say things about people like that person's not there. They're almost walking around like this is a video game. Like, oh, that person's a walker. That person's not real. But the only person who's not real is them. Oh, that's a dead person. No, you're the walking dead. It's you. It's you. Those people aren't paying attention to you. You're paying attention to them. They're not even coming trying to suck supply, energy, blood. They're not coming to bite you. You're biting them. You're the walking dead. And that's the thing about a narcissist when they're having a manic episode. And what's crazier is the supply that they have with them, listening to them, listening to their garbage mouth open up. Nothing but garbage coming out of their mouth. Here the supply is listening. Even the supply knows this person's crazy. Even the supply is like, you need to chill. You need to calm down. Or, hey, be quiet. That person can hear you. Even the supply has to almost say something to the narcissist sometimes, like that's their child, because it's a man child. And a lot of times you can tell this man child because no grown ass man is going to do half the stuff that they do. No grown man with common sense is going to be doing the things that the narcissist does. No grown man needs his wife to tell him to calm down unless his wife is trying to protect him, right? No grown man is going to have to be monitored by what he is doing and what he's saying, and have people around who he's embarrassing, because he's not just embarrassing himself, he's embarrassing his whole family, he's embarrassing his children. You're an embarrassment to everyone around you, and it's sad that the people around you are following you around as a leader of their family when you're a child, when you're a kid, when you're actually crazy, you're a manic. And then I don't know who hires people like this. They should really start doing more psychological tests at these jobs, because it seems like all the crazy people are the ones out here finding ways and maneuvering and in high places. These, good jobs, houses. So, and these people are manic, crazy. They're crazy. You can go to a nice neighborhood and it's nothing but trash living there. And this trash feels entitled because of what it has accomplished as far as a home or car or whatever the case. But they have no class. They don't know how to treat people. They don't know how to talk to people. They don't know how to respect people's properties. They get in your car and they're tearing your car up, and they're like, that's cute. You got a little Honda Accord. Oh, I got a Mercedes, and I got and I got an Audi, and I got a motorcycle, and meanwhile trying to tear your shit up with no just disrespect, having a manic episode, purposely, when someone's having a manic episode, like purposely trying to destroy your things. And you've done nothing to this person. You probably don't even know them. And they're just trying to destroy your things because they feel like you're nothing. They're like, oh, you're garbage. Oh, screw this car you got. Who cares if I scratch it really quick? It's trash anyway. I have a better car. Who cares about your stupid tablet? Who cares about your phone? I have an iPhone. I have this. Almost like purposely trying to destroy your things. It's like it's like a homeless person having a manic episode who's just tearing stuff up and throwing stuff around. You ever seen like a crazy person just throwing shit around in the street? Taking off their shirt and just throwing it in the middle of the street, trying to get attention, having a manic episode, walking in the middle of the street so you can hit them. That's the narcissist. They might not be that crazy, but they're crazy. They're just as crazy. So that's something that I've experienced many times with narcissists and their manic episodes in society, in the public's eye, where, there's this entitlement. Oh, I'm just going to start playing my music on my phone really loud and annoy other people on purpose. I know they don't like it, but I'm going to put it really loud. Matter of fact, where's my speaker? Screw everybody around here. That's part of them having a manic episode right there and then. And then what's crazy is that if they have an empath with them, the empath is not even aware that this person is crazy. So now the empath is actually mimicking the same behaviors. Oh, I'm just going to play my music here out loud and annoy people, and I don't even know I'm annoying people because the narcissist does this all the time, and now you think it's normal. No, you're dealing with the crazy person who has no respect for others, who doesn't have respect for society, who does not have respect for family, for friends, for nobody, who feels entitled, who feels like there's no one else like me. You'll never find someone like me. How? How, Sway? How? There's people like you everywhere. You guys are everywhere, like roaches, like little ants, everywhere, piling up, going the same direction with no destination. These people can seem successful, but they have no class. They have no respect. No boundaries. And it's really sad when the supply has to bring up things that they're doing just so that they can get yelled at by a crazy person. That's crazy. You know how bad the supply looks dealing with someone like that? Because now you're a reflection of them. You know, people are just as disgusted with you for dealing with trash. They're like, you're dealing with trash. You're disgusting. It seems like you got more common sense than him, but you're disgusting for even dealing with him, because even though you said something to him, you're still with him. You're still with her. You know she has a nasty, trashy attitude. She's having a manic episode. She's miserable with her life. She's jealous of other people. She's jealous of someone who doesn't have much, but in her eyes, she might, this person might be having a manic episode, right? You could be working at McDonald's, for example. I'm just going to give an example, right? You can be working at McDonald's. This person, this Jezebel spirit, she's having a manic episode because she has sex for money with men. She uses men for money. She exploits others. She doesn't want to work. She just wants to just lay on her back and wait for people to give her money. And she wants to manipulate and use people. And she comes to McDonald's and she's looking at you, someone who's working hard, who has their nails done or something, or, or you're taking care of yourself, or, just the simple fact that you even have a job. And she's going to be, if she's in a manic state of mind, she's going to want to fuck with you. If she's in a manic state of mind, and she's going to have this arrogance about her, like, I'm better than you. I got more than you. I'm richer than you. But the whole time she's broke. She's a brokey. She's never worked a day in her life, or else she would have more respect for you, because you're not even doing nothing to her. I could understand maybe if the service is bad, someone's pissed. But you could be minding your own business and this person's having a manic episode and they don't know who to take it out on. So they're going to take it out on you, and they're going to come at you disrespectful. Hey, can you throw this cup away? And you're looking at them like there's a trash can right there. And you'll see that their husband or their boyfriend will look at them like, why are you messing with her? Why are you, like, you throw it away. Like, don't do that anymore. Don't talk to people like that. You'll see that the Jezebel spirit will have a good man by her side, telling her that her actions are wrong, of how she's treating other people, treating her friends and family, how selfish she is. And she still will have this entitlement, like, I don't care what you're saying. I don't care what you're telling me. No, I'm not. And I'm the victim. These people are crazy. So you'll see that. You'll see that, if you're dealing with the Jezebel spirit and she's having manic episodes in public and stuff, she's projecting stuff onto others to make herself the victim. And then when she gets home, it's, oh, I got bad service and they did this, that. Oh, and they want to be able to say things to you and do things to you and then walk away without you saying anything to them, without you sticking up for yourself. And if you stick up for yourself, they're going to go full blast crazy on you because they're having a manic episode already. If you're dealing with the narcissist having a manic episode, you'll see their girlfriend, their wives will be like, calm down, chill. She don't even know you, or they'll say something, right? Because they're so entitled. These people their life could be shit, but they're so entitled. And then you have to think about it. Who behaves like that, or who treats someone like that? Who treats someone who's working like that, right? If you're someone who works hard for your lifestyle, if you've been through a lot and you've been in tough situations and you had to climb your way out of those situations, you know to have more respect for other people. You know better, right? But you'll notice that the narcissists, they do it intentionally. They do it on purpose, you know, or they won't think about that other person, right? They won't think about that person and what they have to do to survive in this world. They'll think to themselves, oh, you know, if you're dealing with, say, a narcissist who's homeless and they're having a manic episode, they're thinking of ways to get you fired, and they're a homeless person. And they're thinking they're still entitled, even while being homeless, they're entitled. They're like, I'm going to get you fired because I don't like you. Every time you come, I can't come in here and steal. So I'm going to write to corporate. I have a cell phone. I'm going to find out your name. And now you got a whole bunch of homeless people coming, trying to figure out what's your name. Okay, we figured out her name. And it's a whole bunch of crazy people who are manic coming together as an army to get you. You get it? So I've experienced this so much, till this day, and I experienced this today. And I was like, you know what? Let me come on here and talk to you guys about this. Not because I am irritated or anything like that, because I could care less. I don't give these narcissists any energy. And I didn't give this person, this man, this grown-ass man-child, I didn't give him any energy because I knew he was in a manic state. And I knew that the reason he was behaving this way was because he was jealous of me. He wanted to belittle what I do, but he's secretly jealous of me, and he's secretly taking notes from me. He's secretly admiring me, but he doesn't want to give me my credit, and he doesn't need to give me my credit because I don't need his approval. I don't know you. I don't need nothing from you. You don't know what I've been through. And he is making his own, there's this entitlement. Like I'm paying you for these services. Well, they want you to go over and beyond for them. It's like, okay, well, if you're paying me for these services, I'm going to service you, but I don't have to go over and beyond, I don't have to go over and beyond for you when you're being disrespectful, because I really don't need your money. I really don't need your business. There'll be other people that need me. I really don't need you. But there's this manic episode that they're going through because they barged in with that energy already, all over the place. Eating a slice of pizza, smacking really loud. When they're having a manic episode, they're doing little things to annoy others. It's like when you're dealing with a narcissist, right, in a relationship, and they're doing little things to pick on you. They're picking at your body, or they're picking at you at your driving, or they're picking at your food. They can't even give you a compliment and say, thank you for dinner. They can't even be normal. Oh, what did you put in this food? Oh, da 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 da. They just want to keep going and keep going. Oh, my mom makes this way better than you. They're going through a manic episode. This person's not right in their head. They're just not right in their head. That's the only way that I can put it. And you could tell right away. Like I said, these people can have money, good jobs, whatever. They're not right in the head. I don't care how much money they bring in. I don't care how much of a big house they have. And it's really disgusting because that entitlement, it's like, who are you? I don't have to give you respect. Respect is earned. They want to be respected while disrespecting other people. And that's what you're going to get when you're dealing with someone who's having a manic episode. They want to be respected even when they're wrong. Even when they're in the wrong. And even when you tell them they're in the wrong and why they're in the wrong, the narcissist is always right. No matter, even if they're wrong. And even if they're wrong, they're like, I'm right, I'm right, I'm right. And even if they know that they're wrong, they're still going to say that they were right. You know, even if they're like, I'm not going to give you that satisfaction. That's how childish they are. But at the same time, they're learning. They're like, oh, okay, I learned something from this person, but I didn't give them credit. And I made them mad because I didn't give them credit, and I made them feel like I didn't understand what they were trying to tell me. But it was just because they wanted to make sure that they're in control, even when they're having these manic episodes. So a lot of times when they're having these manic episodes, they know who to play with. They know who not to play with. Sometimes they want to play with you. They assume things about you. And if you keep your poker face long enough, eventually you got to let them go through that manic stage. Because that's what I did. I was like, this person's crazy. And I was like, just don't say nothing to them. Just let them be crazy. Let them keep talking. Let them keep acting crazy. And let them keep playing their music loud and doing all this weird stuff. And just let them. Because they're studying you. They're hoping you say something to them. Don't say nothing to them. And eventually, they're trying to battle with you. They're trying to battle with you. And eventually they see, oh, this person, I can't break them. I can't bring them into my universe. I can't even bring them, and I can't tap into their energy field. They're ignoring me. They're not paying me no mind, no matter how crazy I'm acting. They're not paying me no mind. And it starts it gets to the point where it's so awkward, but you don't care because you're like, I don't care how awkward this shit get. Because I know that you want it to get awkward. So I'm going to let you make it as awkward as you want to get it. You want to get real awkward, keep going. Keep going. Because I could keep playing too. I could keep the poker face for as long as you want. And eventually they feel stupid. They're like, oh, I look stupid. She's probably disgusted with me. She probably thinks less of me. Because they start off like feeling like they're in control, feeling like they're going to tap into your energy. You're going to say something to them. You're going to get upset, or you're going to take a deep breath or something. They're studying you closely. They're like, oh, she took a deep breath. She's irritated. But when you don't say nothing, and then you still give them okay, have a good one. Have a good day. You're still nice to them. It makes them feel stupid, and it makes them feel like they're beneath you, because they started off feeling like they were above you because they're having a manic episode. But when they see that you're not feeding into their manic episode, they're like, okay, my girlfriend feeds into it, my mom feeds into it, but you don't feed into it. Because they're like children. They're like children. You know? So you're gonna experience the narcissist and their manic episodes. You know, you're gonna see all these women walking their little man-childs with them, holding their little hands, having a good old time. The narcissist is having a manic episode. They seem like, and you know what's crazy, when they're having a manic episode, but they're like in a good mood. That's when the empath is happy. They're like, oh, the narcissist is in a good mood, but the person is still crazy. And they're annoying other people. They're annoying as shit. You know? And the narcissist doesn't think they're annoying. They think that they think they're Casanova. They think they're the greatest thing since sliced bread. If if that's how you say it. But yeah, it's really sick because they don't even hide it. They don't even hide it. They're like crazy people. They don't even hide it. And then they look down on other people who talk a lot. Like when there's people that talk, right? They're not really having a manic episode. That's how you got to look at it. You can't feed into it. So I hope that this message, you guys, was helpful. I'm sending you guys lots of love, light, peace, and your healing. If you guys enjoyed this, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. And if you guys want to book a session with me, my booking information is on the description. And as always, I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Love you guys. Bye.